Hey, what's up, colorful world? This is Stafford Tiger, and I want to say I'm more than thrilled for you to be back in the office of Stafford Tiger. This is case five, and we'll be talking about adulting. Okay, so I want to start with this famous quote that I'm sure we've all heard a million times: "Life is what you make it," and that couldn't be any closer to the truth. Well, it is the truth. Life is truly what you make it, but what I wanted to talk about in this particular case was take life seriously, but don't take life too seriously. And what I mean by that is we all have different lanes, we all have different goals, we all have different pathways. Okay. So for one thing, what I would advise each and every one of you not to do is first of all, stop comparing yourself to other people. I really hate that. And that just seems to be such a disease now. And it's just not healthy because when you compare yourself, you steal joy from yourself, you steal promise from yourself, and then it makes you feel like or believe or think that maybe you're not doing enough at this moment or you're not where you should be. So many of you don't realize it, but you are right where you should be. And sometimes when you're looking at someone else that has something that you want, first of all, you shouldn't envy them because everything comes with a price. But on top of that, maybe that's not what's meant for you. Something just as good or maybe even greater is meant for you. So when it comes to those around you, like coworkers, friends, family members, acquaintances, friend that you see every once in a while, part of being an adult is learning from others. Learn and take in as much knowledge as you can. Those who are where you want to be, learn from them, watch them, and allow that to grow you. Okay. I wanted to also share a little something that I'm still in my 20s currently right now, but I did something that I think is actually really cool. I probably should have did this when I was like 18 or 19, but I made my short term goals and my long term goals into a vision board. So I have like I'd say 1 to 2 year vision board that I did. And it's just photos. It's nothing major. But I just took a bunch of photos and I printed them out and I made a little poster out of them. And then I made a long term one, which is a 10 year. Because in another decade, I'll probably be like in my late 30s. I'm not really good at math. That's why I said probably. I'm not good at keeping track of time either. Yeah. So late 30s. So anyway, when you see a picture of the things you want out of life, it motivates you to get it and it motivates you to stay grounded and stay disciplined. Okay. So as being an adult, especially if you're a young adult, or you could be in your 50s, anything you want out of life, write it down, visualize it, print it out. Because at the end of the day, as long as you are still breathing, you are a work in progress, and it is never too late to do anything or explore or experience anything that you want to experience. Like I said earlier, we need to stop putting a time limit on certain things that we do and stop looking at what others do, okay? By the time I was 25, I was supposed to do this. And by the time I was 30, I wanted this and I wanted that. It's too late. What's happening? No, don't think like that. Don't do that to yourself. It will happen in due time. Another thing that a lot of us forget about sometimes is you want it, but you're not ready yet. You're not ready for it yet. And whatever your belief system is, God already knows if you get it, you're going to screw it up. So, like, oh no, I know he wants this now, but I'm not going to get this to him, or he wants to do this thing that's going to make him $1 million, or she wants this, but I know that they're going to screw it up when I give it to them. So until they learn what they need to learn and go through all the basic training and mature a little bit, then you will be blessed with those things that you really want, or those things will be given to you by the universe. But until then, you still have to shape yourself. You still need to learn. You still need to do the things you need to do in order to carry that. Because if not, then you could screw it up and fall flat on your face. And we don't want that because that's not cool. That's not cool. And then all that's going to do is make you even more depressed than you feel now because you feel like you should have been where you're not. So we don't want that to happen. So adulting comes with a lot of different layers, but at the same time, it's kind of like an onion. You know how you take the onion, or is it a garlic thing? I get onion and garlic confused. I don't really cook, I know that's terrible, but you know how you peel back the layers like one by one. Well, that's what you should be doing with every year of your life or every month. Just taking it day by day, little by little. Where are you now? What have you achieved? Where were you before? Where do you want to go? That's what you should be looking at. Write it down, like I said, journal it, say a prayer, go on a walk, go on a hike, and do something where you can actually meditate and get in touch with yourself to actually figure out how am I going to accomplish this goal that I want? Because this is something that I really want to do, or this is something that I really want to experience one day. I promise you, any and everything is possible, people. Part of adulting and maturing is you can't forget to believe in whatever it is that you want to do. Because if you have a negative mindset about the things you want and you put a time limit on it and saying it's not going to happen because it didn't happen by a certain time, then what's going to happen is it may or may not prevail. What I'm trying to say is you can't have a negative outlook on certain things. You can't envy other people and then expect to have a positive life or expect things to eventually look up for you. And you should never envy anyone else because another thing is everything you see comes with a price. And you don't know what price that person had to pay to get where they are. You don't know what price they may be paying every day. They could be paying their way in pain every single day and you will know nothing about it because they're just smiling and making it seem like everything is okay and they're on top of the world. And you never know what's going on inside of that person's mental. So it's best not to envy anyone and just figure out who you are because you're not them. Now, as for the younger people, teenage, 20s, I call your teenage years and your 20s a decade of free reign. And I call it the free reign decades because it's a chance for you to learn and make mistakes, screw up all of our thoughts and oh, and oops, and I'm sorry's. And that's through each of those, that's how you learn and you grow and you mature because they always say that when you get to be in your 30s, you become who you are, you're mature, whatever. But I beg to differ on that a little bit. Yeah, I do. But no, it's your chance to just to experience life and to explore and figure out who you are and what you want to do and where you want to go. And a lot of us, one of the common things I see is, you know, a lot of us like when we graduate, we want to go to school or we want to learn a trade or we have a skill that we want to put into perspective. Well, start with that. Start with that and don't look to your right, don't look to your left. You focus on the prize. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying be selfish and make it all about yourself. When I say don't look to your right or left, what I'm saying is don't worry about what the next person is doing and comparing yourself or looking at the fact that they're moving faster than you or something may be happening sooner for them to try to make it seem like you're not achieving enough. Again, you need to be patient and focus on the now. And you just take it step by step and day by day. I promise you it will do you a lot of justice. Okay. Now, another thing is it's impossible to live through this life, people, and nothing bad happens. It's impossible to live through this whole life and no one disappoints you or hurts you. It's gonna happen sooner or later. But you need to take the punches and allow that to grow you as well. Because a big part of adulting is growing just like you grow up, your mentality and your needs to grow up. Your skin needs to get thicker over time because things are gonna happen, and there's gonna be some things that happen, and you're gonna be like, "Dang, that messed up," or "Dang, how do I get out of this?" Or you're gonna think to yourself like, "This isn't fair. Like, why did this happen to me?" But through challenges and hardships, you need to allow that to grow you and to strengthen you. You need to allow yourself to go through that. You need to go right through it. And it's hard not to complain because, you know, sometimes we go through things that are not cool or whatever. And we're just like, I want to get out of this or this is uncomfortable. But just take it day by day and go right through it and learn as much as you can, feel it out, stick it out. And when you get through and you come out that tunnel. I was trying to figure out what term to use. When you come out of that tunnel and you look back, you're gonna say, I can't believe I went through that and I actually got through it, but I did it. And then not only that, but not only have you grown, but you've learned a lot and you know better next time. And then also it makes you braver for the future challenges that you're going to have, because with every chapter that you enter in your life, everything you want to do, there's going to be something to overcome. And then there's going to be the next thing, and then the next thing. Life doesn't stop life. So, when they say nothing's perfect, it is true, nothing's perfect. But what you can do is make it as beautiful as you can possibly make it and look for the goodness in every situation. There's always an upside, there's always greener grass on the other side. I remember my grandmother used to always say, this may look really ugly, this situation, but just know that there's a brighter side. And I took that into consideration with everything thus far in my life. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need that guidance in the next, years to come, in the next several years of my life to come, the next decades and everything, because there is so much I want to do, but I know it's not going to be easy. But you got to remember that good things never come easy. And you're going to pay a price of some sort, but it's up to you how you handle it. It's up to you what decisions you make, whether you want to go left, right, up, down, diagonal, whatever. Just make sure that you are very, very, very aware. I think that's the word I was looking for. That you're aware and that you pay attention, even when it gets overwhelming. Take a second to breathe, take a night to meditate, read a book, watch a film, think, and you go right back into the battlefield the next day or the next week. Sometimes you need a break to sort out your thoughts and to figure out what your next move is going to be. But you got to remember, you grown and you got this, and you're going to figure it out. Okay. So just always, 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 always remember that. If you don't take anything else from this case in this episode, you got this and you're going to figure it out. So tomorrow when you wake up, or after you listen to this, after you've took a second to cry about it, think about it, pray about it, write about it, sing about it, whatever it is you need to do, you go right back and you step back in the ring and you go right through it. And when that Muhammad Ali person punches you in the face called life, you do a right hook and hit it right back with your next move. Be like, not today. All right. So yeah, that's all I got for this episode. And don't forget to go out into the world and don't be a moment and be a lifetime, okay? Because a lifetime lasts way longer than a moment.